Hi, friends. I'm Dawn, the recovery lady. That's Dawn, D-A-W-N, like the morning, not Dawn or Donna. I say that because so many people get it wrong. I'm a behavioral health clinician. They call me the recovery lady. It was kind of my moniker from when I did radio. And I am in recovery for a lot of things. Right now, empty nesting. And just am doing a series on that. I have a series on life recovery tips I've started in here, and I'm currently working on a relationship series. So if it's your first time, welcome. This is a safe, sane, and clean community where you can be open and honest and no judgment. And I'm so glad you're here today. And I hope you can share this with somebody if it's helpful to you. So today we're going to talk about addictive relationships. You know, most people know what an addiction is. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, whatever it is, and I'm not okay without it. I won't even go into the brain stuff. Well, we can have addictive relationships. An addictive relationship is not a healthy relationship. Now, my whole thing is, living in the solution, that we know what the problem is. Let's define the solution and let's work how to move into it. That's as a counselor, my belief system and what I do. However, I have found in my years that addictive relationships, a lot of people don't even realize they're in them because they have never had a non-addictive relationship modeled and they don't know how to not be in one. So what we're going to do today is I've got about a dozen types. I'm going to go through them really quickly. Take note. See if any of these sound like you. These are not original to me. These are just across the industry, what we've seen. So the first type of addictive relationship is a relationship of self-gratification. That means I'm bored. I need to feel good right now. So, hey, I'm going to go date this person right now. Doesn't matter if it's the right one. It doesn't matter if I like the person. It's a gratification because I'm bored. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. I just need something to do right now. If that is a motivation for a relationship you're in of any kind, that is considered an addictive relationship. Another kind of addictive relationship is a self-centered, a self-focused relationship where I need you to do everything you can to make me feel good about me. This relationship's about me, and there's some personality disorder going on with some of this stuff where you're telling that person, if you would just do this, if you would just do that, what kind of person are you? If you would blank when I blank, then this relationship would be fine. The self-centered, I know it sounds like a narcissistic relationship or what we believe that to be. The self-focused relationship is getting in one to feel better about yourself. It isn't about the mutual partnership and the blending. That is another type of an addictive relationship. As we go into the relationship series, I wanted to review these because it's going to be really important for you to recognize if you are in any type of an addictive relationship anywhere, to start applying the principles we're going to go over into them. Another addictive relationship is magical expectations. I believe that just being in this relationship is going to make me a better person. And I believe we're going to just have this happy life. It's magical thinking, and I don't have to do any work. That's an addictive relationship. If you start having magical thinking, oh, that person will change, they'll get off heroin, they'll do this. Magical thinking, just believing something that isn't true, is an addictive relationship. Repetitive cycles of pain. When you keep going into the same relationship with the same person over and over, so you were hurt, you were left, it was devastated. You know those couples where they get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, knowing that that cycle is going to repeat, repeat, repeat. That is an unhealthy, addictive relationship. You're addicted to the cycle of pain. When you're in denial about your relationship problems, so you're pulling back, you can't really talk to anybody. Oh, how's Craig? Oh, he's great. He's doing great at work. He's happy. You know, Craig's like in the gutter, Craig's, struggling. When you can't look at the problems and Craig's not coming home at night, when you can't be real, even with yourself, about the problems in a relationship because you just want a relationship. Do you hear the addictive part of that, of all of these? That's an addictive relationship. It's unhealthy and it can be often unsafe. The need to have a perfect relationship. I believe this relationship has to be perfect. You're fine, I'm fine. We're going to get married. We're going to be together 50, 60 years. And if it's not perfect, it's not okay. Applying perfectionism to a relationship is toxic. It's unrealistic. It's not going to happen. You have two humans. Believing you have to have a perfect relationship with your white fence and your 2.5 kids and your dog and all those things, those stereotypes, is inaccurate. Relationships are a lot of work, intentional choices. They're not there for temporary satisfaction. So if you have a perfectionist view, believing your relationship has to be perfect to be okay, that's an addictive relationship. That's something in your thinking, because there is no perfect relationship and there won't be. Over control. The only way I feel secure about my relationship is if I'm in complete control. I have to make the decisions. We have to do this. I have to make sure. And why did you, drive home that way when you could have been home at this time and we wouldn't have been late? That need to control, anytime, whether you're the controller or the control-e, but anytime you are trying to control, you can only control, I've told you before, what's on this side of your palm. That's it. That's all you can control. If you're trying to control all these external circumstances compulsively, that's you. That means inside you're not okay. And you're trying to create, change these exterior surroundings so you can feel okay inside, when inside is where the work needs to be done. So when controlling relationship, and that can also be a flag for abuse, often can lead to that, isolate you from people, places, things. I could do a whole video on that. We have a celebrity couple out right now that's a good model of that. That's what a controlling relationship looks like. Demands of intense satisfaction. If you aren't constantly doing, this is a relationship where you're saying, if everything you're doing isn't to please me, and it sounds kind of like the self-centered one, it's a little different. That means all their thoughts, feelings, and actions should be based on making you happy. And what that is that if that way, when you perceive your partner not doing that and you're not happy, then you blame that person. Well, they're not doing what they need to do to make me happy. It's like the old 50s movies and shows where it's like, if you kept your man satisfied at home, he wouldn't be sleeping around. If Bubba wants to sleep around, Bubba's going to sleep around. There's a lot of blaming of, in the old days, of the woman at home. That is that whole model of relationship is an addictive, unhealthy relationship. So then there's the good enough. And the way this looks, the good enough relationship is like, sometimes you just look at your partner and go, I just don't think they're good enough for me. I'm educated, I'm this, I'm that, my income is this, my income's that. And you look down your nose at the other person because you think you're so that. But then that can also flip. And you can go through periods of insecurity and think, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough for that person. It's like a comparison. There's no, a superior, inferior. Either I'm not good enough for my person or my person's not good enough for me. That is a type of addictive relationship. Obsessive focus on the relationship is another one. If you're sitting at work, driving your car, and you're like, oh gosh, Steve should be at work by now. Ooh, he's probably picking up his coffee. Oh, wait, he's probably talking to the garage attendant. Ooh, he may be at the elevator. He's probably at his desk. Okay, 10:10. And you're looking at your watch. And you can't think about yourself, your life, or anything else in your life because you have that obsessive focus and you are thinking about it all the time. And then it can turn into, oh my gosh, why didn't you call me? Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing that? That is such an addictive relationship. Seems a little easier to understand that one, that obsessive focus. But then, of course, if I look at you, I don't have to look at me. That's subconsciously what's happening. The over planning relationship. We're just going to plan, plan, plan. I knew a young couple that started dating, and the male partner in the couple was, okay, every Saturday, we're going to have a meeting. And this is like date 3. Okay, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to plan our relationship. We're going to have goals. We're going to have, where we're going to be in 5 years, 4 years. We're going to talk about the week, how it went, like a business review. That was date 3. When I spent time alone talking to the male partner, I found out one of his parents had been married multiple times. He had never seen resolution or a healthy relationship. So his focus became, if I just obsessively plan, and you better not miss a planning meeting on our relationship, then I don't have to go to therapy and work on anything that happened in my childhood because I'm planning this relationship. Do you think the girl stayed with him? No, I think it lasted about 6 weeks. He ended up being an unsafe person and using some personal things she shared against her. That's a sign of a toxic relationship. I think these are the main ones that I wanted to go over with you. If any of this stuff that we just talked about sounds familiar and you have even some seasoning of it in your current relationships, that is a characteristic of an addictive relationship. It doesn't mean you bail right where you are right now, but that awareness that the foundation and running of your relationship right now isn't healthy is going to be critical in understanding. Kind of listen to this again, write down some of the things that maybe stuck out to you. And as we move into solutions and behaviors and communication and type of boundaries, that can help unravel that because we are solution focused and you can come out of this. But I have found, because I am not a proponent of, when I working in treatment, you're an alcoholic. You don't say the alcoholic knows they're an alcoholic. That's what I said. Nobody needs to tell us our problem. You're a codependent. I know I'm a codependent. Really, dude, you don't take my inventory. I still have to do that video. Really important. A lot of people don't realize the characteristics and the signs and the patterns of addictive relationships. And if our relationships like that, it makes it hard for us to be healthy ourselves. That's it for today. This is part of our relationship playlist I'm doing right now. I know it's hard to identify this stuff, especially if you have one of them, but know that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. As I always say, you deserve God's best for you, and these things can be undone. So tune in next time. Please subscribe and like and share. Your views mean the world to me, and I'll see you next time.